All right, this is part 2 of Left Hand Alone, a musette of Suzuki Book 1. It is a little tricky. Please make sure that you know part 1 very well before you start part 2. So part 2, your left hand's in a completely different spot. You end part 1 down here. You're going to pick your hand up, put it where pinky is on A in this group of 3 black keys. Ring finger's on B, middle finger's on C, pointer's on D, thumb is on E. This is going to hold for 2. Then this is only going to hold for, you're going to play thumb, and it only holds for 1. So pinky, hold, thumb, don't hold. Then you're going to go right back to pinky, and it's going to get a little crazy from there. So let's do that. Pinky, hold, thumb, pinky. Then you're going to put your middle finger on D. So your hand looks like this. You're skipping B. You're skipping a note. So 1, 2. Middle finger on D, pointer on E, thumb on F, hold. So I'm going to play that a few times because that's a little tricky. So A, so make sure you can see it properly. You're playing your pinky on A, holds for 2, then thumb, then pick to pinky, then middle finger goes on D between the 2 black keys, pointer goes right next to it, thumb goes right next to that, and thumb holds. I'm going to play it one more time without talking. All right, Light, I'm going to play it one more time with the saying when it holds. 1, 2. 2, 3. Then you're going to play pointer right next to it. And that's also going to hold. So, and also, if you want to get a teeny bit louder here, you can. All right, the next part is very, very difficult. Maybe some of the hardest stuff in book 1. So make sure you know this part really well. I know I'm playing it a lot, but I'm going to play it once more. Can get a little loud here if you want. This is definitely quieter. All right, if you think you're really ready for it, let's move on. If you're not, please pause the video, turn the YouTube off, practice it for a few more days. Make sure you're really ready before you start this, because you're going to play a chord. And thumb is on F next to the left of the 3 black keys, this one, and pinky is on A. So it's not, you're not in a 5-finger position. You're a little stretched out. So pinkies, make sure that you're on these notes. Pinky should be on A in the upper of the 3 black keys, and thumb should be on F, right by the next group of 3 black keys, and you're playing them together. Now, I tell students to move their thumb down. Some teachers do not. You're going to move your thumb down. So look. You're moving your thumb. Physically, this is kind of difficult. Make sure you're playing the notes at the same time, not like... Practice that. Make sure you can do it. It should be pretty quiet. Especially moving down. So if it's easier to think of it as all quiet, that's fine. Then you're going to play this one for 1, 2. So pointer is on the black note, pinky's still in the same space. So the easy thing here, everything is hard, but the easiest thing here is that you don't have to think about pinky. You're just moving your thumb down. 2. All right, so from the middle. All right, the hardest part is last, so make sure you know that very well before you do the hard part. I'm going to play this one more time. So you're going to play a short one, then a long one. So short, long, then you leave your pinky down, and you switch to pointer. So short, long, 2, 3, switch to the pointer finger, pinky stays down. And that one holds for 3, And then it rests for a long time. Because right hand's actually going to... So left hand holds for 3, but right hand's going to hold the note for 6 or 7 or 8, whatever the person playing it decides. And during that time, whatever 8 or 7 or 6 minus the 3, that's what left hand's going to rest. So left hand's going to, during the rest, move down to play the beginning section again. So the whole middle is going to sound like this. That's the rest. And then you would play the beginning section again. So it plays section 1, then the really tricky middle, and then section 1 again. The secret with this song is, though, because the middle is so much harder, and additionally, it's played fewer times, you must practice the middle extra. The beginning's already getting 2 times for every 1 time you play the song. You're getting 2 times of practicing line 1. And line 1 is the easier line. So you have to practice this part extra. And then you'd play this. The other thing is, this is the first song, well, one of the first, maybe the third technically, where you're allowed to have left hand get loud. And left hand can get loud here, because left hand is sort of part of the melody. So if you feel the need to have your left hand get loud there, that's okay. And that might make practicing the middle extra more interesting. Whenever you practice the middle too, though, practice getting your hand down here, because the last thing you want is to be rushing to get your hand in the right spot. All right, so that was a walkthrough of part 2, the middle part of musette left hand. Hope it helps.